Hello? Okay, hello, and welcome back to 5WC Group Stage. We have a banger of a match right now. We have France Seed 9 versus China Seed 14, China's debut, actually, in 5WC, going against their powerhouse team, their top seed being France, and they've been on for a while. I've seen that they've been in multi-lobby since like 12 UTC, so I'm hoping really good about this match, as France did play earlier, had a little bit of struggles. Oh, there's also a France stream. Wait, dry stream. Man. That's there. As starting off, we do have DT1 from the French side. We do have 4 FCs on both sides. Just the accuracy differential for the side of France right now, but anything can happen on this map. Any over aim, under aim can cause any misses, especially side breaks are inevitable on this type of map. Also, I think my mic is a little... Okay, there you go. Alright, well, here, everyone's pretty much averaging really good accuracy. No one too out of the ordinary. Log in with a 97 though. Actually, double break on the side of China, so starting off really strong for the side of France, although there is a break from Jiu-Jitsu, so it is 3 FCs. Two FCs. SS broken from My Angel Baranya. And this is looking like a really good start. Halfway through the map, 3 FCs to 2. Recoveries on all those who broke earlier, but it shouldn't matter as much as Jiu-Jitsu does find another break. It's still doable for France as long as the other 3 do hold on. Especially the timing of the breaks is not as good. It looks like Huns actually did find a break, slider break instead of an actual break, so that's really unfortunate for them. But they do see it is 2 FCs to 3, and it's still very much doable. Square catches off Hibari. And that is 2 FCs to 2 now, but recovery combo is very much on the side of China. So this is going to go back to the side of China, barring no other breaks. Still 2 FCs. Ollie does find a break, but I think it's still enough for the side of China to bring this back. They do have combo advantage. They do have Sun Shin, the only one with the good recovery, is going to be bringing this one back slowly unless another break does occur from any of the 4 FCs in the bar. And that is the double break from France, and that is gonna be not enough. It's 7k difference. It doesn't matter. I mean, they do have it, but it wasn't enough. Damn, 6k. 6k. Events and heroes did find breaks, but just didn't matter. The accuracy wasn't enough. 99 on Punky Stereo. The main guy to watch for on this French roster, and the main carry basically. But a double FC on the side of China is just really tough. Login, not found, has no act found, and that probably is one of the main things. Kenshin did find a slider break, really unfortunate, but it's just how it is. It's just how the game is. Give it. As we are getting a No Mod 5 first pick out of China. The gimmick. So we're getting our gimmick map, our actual No Mod 5 gimmick map. So that's gonna be, should be a good start for China if they're gonna be confidently picking their protect right away. I feel like that No Mod, I mean DT1 pick kind of just is testing the waters on how warm China is. They did have 2 FCs compared to the 1, but the slider break at the end doesn't, like, really does it. It's the accuracy that does matter. This was actually not played against Japan when France and Japan were going against each other. That ended up in a 5-3. No DT1 was also played, so this is new territory for China in terms of scouting. Although the scouting would be in favor of the third team, which I do believe is Spain, though. Oh, if France does win this one out, they are looking really good in terms of getting out, being first in the group. I know their other match against Japan wasn't even the strongest in that factor, but the fact that Japan on the mainstream actually did beat Spain 5-1, it is looking really good that let's get into the Snowmod 5. We're getting some precision quote-unquote reading, but yeah. Roster change. Not that many. I mean, we have the GXY, the veteran, the old man. That matches Hishou in age of Usu tournaments. And Hishou actually getting a new batch recently, but other than that, we do have Makaido. Honestly, one of the more promising players that I've seen since 6WC, but other than that, a very rough start for the side of France. And China only have Maisha Branya finding a break, as everyone else on the Chinese team looking fairly comfortable. 97 acts, so not the greatest thing, but compared to the rest of the lobby, it is looking really comfortable here. This might be just a scout from the Nomad 5 of qualifiers, which is fairly they find another break, but 100k starting off is looking really good for the side of China. No misreads though, which is a good thing, especially on, I believe this is AR7, so, or AR6, OD7. As Fair is finding another break, Makaido does find another one, and China is three-way FCing right now and looking really comfortable on this. Fair did find another break, and with France Hard Rock 2 Protect, I mean, they are good at Hard Rock 2. They do have Funky Steria and Hishou, so it's what you're going to be looking for to on that one, as Funky did find a break there, but AR diff. Like, this is China's Protect, and it's looking as dominant as it should be. As we are halfway through the map, 400k difference. I mean, Retreat does have a combo, but yeah, you can't do anything against the 3 FCs and the recovery from Vanya. Actually, make that 2 if you want to find a break. But I don't think one player is going to gap up 600k on this one. Especially when your other 3 teammates are not even 200k with a quarter of the map will remain. But everyone else, I mean, Chinese side is looking very good on the gimmick. Hidden 2 is a probability, but this Hidden 2 is completely different than the map style of this Nomad 5. But this is going to be a strong protect, and Japan, people watch out, because this is a really good one for them. As I believe, did they play it against Spain? No, they didn't. But Japan did protect it in 2, so. I'm really leaving up gimmick on a lot of this. Is this gonna be a 3 mil? Wait, 3 mil on this? Double FC? Branya overtaps that double, but that's a 3.1 mil team score from China. I mean, be damned. Retreat did really good on this map. It's just, you have GXY and Fuyu. Double FC. Reverse and choked by my Branya. Fujiwara just missed the middle of the map. That's capping out the score. That's 600k. That's a strong start for China. That's both sides getting their first picks. I mean, it's kind of expected when you're playing a group stage match, where group stages, it's kind of the idea basically at a point on the highest level of France being P9 would be considered the highest level is like 4 FCs or bust, but in this case, when you get those gimmick maps, those more niche maps like the Hard Rock 2s, the Hidden 2s, the Fremont 2s, it is going to be pretty much that whoever, like the 2 or 3 individuals that will make that difference. As I wouldn't be surprised if the Hard Rock 2 does come in right now. I mean, Hard Rock 1, Hard Rock 3, Hard Rock 1, I'm pretty sure, is the better option if they don't go for it. Because Hard Rock 3 is the tapping map, and the tapping for France is not that bad in comparison to others in European, but China's not afraid to be on that. Hard Rock 2 is going to be picked. So we're going to more precision, just at a different level, different AR levels. It's going to be more comfortable, especially when we're going to be seeing Jiuchu coming in and the lobby. And this one should be a fairly close one for a Protect, but I'm not going to be surprised if France just take this one away, just like how China did in 5. Honestly, one of the best songs in the pool. I mean, DT1's up there, but it's like liked for different reasons, so I get that. Oh, what's the expectation here? Monkey Stereo FC'd, Hishou slider broke, but like basically FC'd. Fiora Sheepens kind of the low roller of the team, but did really good on that combo game. 91% AC with 470k. So the expectation is there for France to have that double FC, if not almost a triple FC. Then for China, we're actually going to see Summer Sky coming in. For their first map, Hard Rock Specialist. And hopefully this is a good map for them, because I have personally teamed with them before, and Hard Rock is what they are mainly known for, but not at this 10k plus level, especially at the base of 5WC. This is their debut in 5WC. See how they do with Morgan, and Fujiwara. I wouldn't expect China to be winning this one, but the odds aren't 0. We are looking around that 400 combo mark for early breaks, but right now, adaptation to the AR-10 is going to be a little tougher for the side of China. Morgan and Bronya doing have that lows 80s, but France very much adapted, very much in their skill set, so shouldn't have an issue with this one. As we get into the song, slider aim, a little bit of circle, circle ult patterns, but nothing catching off the players so far. So it's all just accuracy right now. No one getting caught by the slider ticks, but still accuracy advantage very much on the side of France due to Punky Stereo and Jiuchu, the two that I mentioned who should be FCing the map. And that is the first KI done. Looking at the map, Bronya hasn't reached that 90% accuracy yet, but on the same side, Sheepens with that lowest accuracy on the side of France, being matched actually pretty much by Summer Sky or Fujiwara. As we are going to get to the second KI soon, and this is where we should be seeing our first couple of breaks. Here we go. Oh wow, that's actually the first break of the map being to Punky Stereo. We still have 3 FCs to 3 FCs, but Punky being one of the breaks is not a good sign for the side of France, but 3 breaks on the side of China from Bronya, Summer Sky, and Fujiwara. It's just gonna bring this to the side of France. Sheepens out-comboing their last match. Theoros as well. Jiuchu doing Jiuchu things, as Magnet is just gonna hold on, but the chances are really low as Sheepens does find a slider break. It is 400k, but Fujiwara finding a slider break there. A little more of the map remaining. 2 slider breaks on Fujiwara, which is really unlucky. And I don't think this is going to ever go to the side of China unless Jiuchu somehow just falls apart. But 99.37, just pretty much, almost, doing better than what they did against Japan. So it's going to be a really good start for France. 2-0, unless barring anything tragic really happens. That has to be a disconnect. Theoros does find a break, but doing better than their last score, so a pretty good improvement on almost everyone on the side of France, other than Punkisteria, who did not FC, but accuracy is still better than their ability to play in the morning. Walken does find the break in the end, but it doesn't matter as Hishou is gonna finish off this map with a 99.5 FC. Bomb collected as usual. Not getting a slow slider, not finding all the ticks. And 99.4 FC for Hishou. Nothing less than expected from probably the best Hard Rock 2 player in the entire tournament. And unfortunate slider breaks for China, like one on Fujiwara, one on Magnan. G-Ben's finding a slider break literally on the slowest slider in the whole. Just a random ass slider break. Funky finding a miss in the middle of the map on aim. But very good improvements from the side of France. So if they're going to protect this one again, they can low roll their asses off. I mean, still win. They are going against their lowest seeded team in the group, so I would expect nothing less from France on that one. Other than that, China, I mean, fairly convincing scores. I'm not going to lie about that. Like 2 million team score is not that good, but like there is so much promise, especially for their first match. Summer's guy finding a miss in the middle of the map, pretty much FC the rest of it, I believe. Long finding a slider break, like average 500k around, I mean like 550k around all 4 players, pretty good. So there is some promise there, especially when they're opponents of Japan. Like that's a good scouting ground for them, because that's pretty even. As I think that's hidden too, right? I didn't look at it. Okay. So we're gonna continue gimmick picking? Yeah, so we've got Nomad 5 hidden 2 coming in for the side of China. So Nomad 5 was really one-sided. Hidden 2, hopefully we're not gonna see the same result. But DT1 was fairly close. It was actually 6k difference. If that is going to be the standard of this match for France, then I would be a little worried, but China's direction is looking really good. I mean, Fremont 2 is banned, so the gimmick is going to be out of the way after this hidden 2 does come through. There is a Nomad 4 ban, which does leave open that hidden 3 as well as the Hard Rock 1. I mean, Fujiwara is probably, I mean, bro said a 700 during the prediction stream, and I don't recall where we actually put China. I think we did put China in where they are seated right now. As France, we put them on top 8, so not that far off on it. As Hidden 2 is coming in, we do have the gimmick squad for China. And for France, I mean, the same roster as well for their gimmick, for their Nomad 5, I believe. So all eyes on GXY and Fuyuki. Both of them double FCing on that Nomad 5. I would believe this map is easy. Mentally, I think this map is easier. And though, like, Nomad 5 precision side. Let's see how it goes. Also, my mic keeps cutting out. Yes, time to go down. Okay, that should be better. Starting off, actually, France does have the act advantage, but Angel Branya does have that 94. I mean, GXY does have that 95, as we are going to get into the first chorus. Hopefully we aren't going to see a miss on this first note on this alt pattern. Kaido does find a break on that, but I mean, alt jumps. I mean, basically, it's just a jump map. As Branya does trade that one out, so we still have 3 FCs on both sides. Fujiwara looking really comfortable accuracy-wise, so is Fuyuki, but they are 99.6 on the other side. Retreat, basically hitting that 99 part, and no breaks on the rhythm jumps. So everyone pretty much practiced on this map. GXY does have a little bit less combo, so it did find a break early on. And that might be the difference here, as no one should be finding a break here unless they get caught sleeping here, which GXY does a little bit on the accuracy FAR as well. other than that, Punkisteria actually almost misread that double. No one's over-tapping this one. Punkisteria actually does over-tap that first triple. So that is going to be a major break, as it is 3 FCs to 2. AR in retreat, going into this next chorus line. Does need to hold on, needs to pray that GXY, Fujiwara, or Fuyuki find a break on any of these jumps. And aim control will be damned, because they are really good at this actually. It's just no help on the third. Orly does flip, and no one should be caught off on this rhythm. Fuyuki almost finds a break there, and that would have been it if they did find a break, but unfortunately that's not going to be the case. And 2-3 million team scores on a hidden 2. These are good scores. Basically triple FC on the side of China. One miss by my Angel Bronya, and then a unfortunate slider break on Punkisteria, just over tapping that triple into note. And Mikaido even just missed on like the aim in the beginning of the map. This map could have been either way. It was a really close one. Just the unfortunate slider break, the one miss, the small mistakes that France had on this map did cost them, but it's a good score. 3.2 million, that's a good score. My teammates carried. Yeah, unfortunately missing on the aim a little after Mikaido, but I think got enough for that. And since that was as going down to 3 FCs to 2 and like reverse chokes, I mean, let's see where France take this up next. As we are getting into Noma 2, we're getting into tapping territory now. We do have all tapping maps open: Hard Rock 3, DT2, Noma 2. Even DT3 at expected point is somewhat tapping. So you can see how France deals with this map, as this is one of our custom maps. I don't remember who made this one. This is a custom map by Kiwis. So Shadow Kiwis on that one. Noma 5 was custom by a Night Parrot. So shout outs to them as well. Unfortunately, also Chromatia actually gets picked too. It's just unfortunate that Noma 4 gets banned, so we do not see that custom coming in through. Noma 2. This is our more flow streamy, well, not as stamina intensive, but flow aim test of a tapping map. So I'm gonna be curious on how they are on this map. France did not pick this against Japan, so France is going into new territory with in these picks. DT2, Noma 2, just unknowns for this Chinese squad. And if they do a little banter in chat between Fujiwara and Jiu-Jitsu, both being our region, I mean, notably the oldest 5WC players in the tournament in terms of OSU age and real life, realistically, if that does correlate 1-to-1. Also, keep in mind, on our mainstream, we do have Hong Kong, South Korea. That is the battle of first place of that group, so that's going to be a really hype one. That's going to be a really close one. Twitch.tv/5WC 2026, as we are getting into Noma 2. You're seeing Summer Sky, Magen, and Fujiwara, as well as Ollie for, I think, second map coming in. On the side of France, we have Mikaido, Shibens, Bayar, and Punkisteria. So we'll be looking out for all these players on their full aim test. A little bit of finger controls, no overtapping occurring. Fujiwara does find the first break. It's okay, because it is the beginning of the map. This map is on a little bit of the lengthier side of 3 minutes and 20 seconds. As the flow aim test is the main component, as Shibens does find the chain miss at the start. So it's just 3 FCs, 3 FCs, but accuracy very much on the side of France. Ollie does find a break, and it's just 2-3. Again, we know, learning from this match, that they are not the accuracy player, but they are the combo goats on this one. So we're going to be looking out for that one as the match does continue on. As Shibens, Fujiwara do find traded misses out on that one stream pattern. The one struggling most with the map, but it's the other 3 that on their teams respectively looking to make this work out for their teams. Mikaido does find a break on aim, so unfortunately, Fujiwara does overtap. Mikaido does find a little bit of an over aim on that stream, so it's just Punky Stereo, Fair, Summer Sky, and Morgan. But actual recovery combo on Ollie, so this is going to slowly go to the side of China on this one, as the flow aim is going to be a little more dense on this one, as it just accelerates, decelerates, and then a bit of jumps in between. So no one finding misses on that, as recoveries are coming from all over the place. Fujiwara, Mikaido, and Shibens. The more recent misses have not found any more, as this is going to slowly go to the side of China due to the combo advantage of the third player, unless something else happens. No one putting a break on that, and everyone recovers well from the spinner. Look how, oh my gosh, how big everyone spins, like, on the side of China except for Fujiwara. As we are approaching the last quarter of the map, this is where you would see a little bit of act drops, a little bit of nerves from the more inexperienced players, as these are going to be continuing on with the flow aim, as Fayor is going to find the break, so this is going to go inside of China, but Summer Sky trades it out, so it's just Morgan and Punky Stereo. Ollie with the biggest recovery combo. This is going to switch back and forth because Shibens and Mikaido do have the recoveries as well with Fujiwara's, but very much on the side of China. As long as everyone's holding, that is a big chain miss from Summer Sky, but Fair does trade it out, so it's just going to be back and forth. Summer Sky finds another chain miss. It's a 10k difference. Ollie finds the break, and is someone from France going to trade it out at the end of this? Morgan finds a break, and now it's just Punky Stereo and the rest of France other than Fair. And close map at the end, but it doesn't matter. Punky Stereo holds out the FC, 99.4% accuracy, and China's gonna kick themselves a little bit for that, but it's not their pick. They know what they're expecting on this one. I mean, they don't know what they're expecting on this one, and this is a close one. 200k, it shouldn't even be like that. But Mikaido, Shibens, recovery combo, Punky Stereo with the FC, and Fujiwara actually with the reverse choke as well with Shibens, both having struggles in start, and then just locks in at the end, and that is another point to France. So France with new territory, and they're showing up, so maybe a DT2 DT3 pick is on the horizon for this one, as DT3 was picked by France on that. I put the wait. As that Noma 3 pick? I think that's a Noma 3 pick. Okay, Noma 3. This is a map that Japan and France did play against each other. Japan did win that one. I would say France did highly low roll. Punky Stereo with the slider break, retreat with the slider break. But China, I mean, not good with the rhythm control, so known that somewhat good with the tapping control. It's shown by that Noma 2, but this is alt, so it's on the lower BPM side, and not really testing this match yet. I mean, the pool doesn't really test that much alt, so you could argue Hidden 3 is kind of like that, but what the pool is, Hard Rock is still on an open side, that tapping, DT is still on an open side. China, I think, would want to pull in on that Hidden 1 at the end. I would think that would make sense as their last pick if it does come to that. But right now, Noma 3 is going to be the pick. We're seeing a Punky Stereo, Jiu-Chu, Retreat, and Faye are coming in. That is the roster that they did play against Japan. Looking at their scores, we are hopefully looking around that 500k to 700k mark, and China, I'm hoping they are ready for what can be 2 FCs, if not more, or Ks, some really good 800Ks, 700Ks on this No More 3, as a little bit of banter is still coming in between the unks in the match. I mean, I am one myself per se, so see how this goes for China, as we see Ollie, Fuyuki, Morgan, and Fujiwara on the side of China here. Who looks have funds are in, and get into our No More 3. Hoping for no, I mean, this is a map that you can just adjust to really fast, but there are some parts where there are some overlaps that you can misread. You are, I would say, I'm not used to no mods, but that's a skill issue that I have. As starting off, everyone looked really good. Punky Stereo does find a miss on the first, normalized alt pattern going in a circle. Not on the aim, so that's going to be not a good start for France, as Retreat finding a break, Ollie finding a break on the snap aim, that pattern. And it's just 3 FCs to 2 FCs right now, but accuracy is very much evenized. I mean, Morgan mentioned before, not that accuracy gamer, but everyone else is pretty much holding on really strong. 99s, 98s all over, except for Punky. And 97 Ollie with the 95 backwards, back and forth sliders, not catching anyone off, as that is going to be the first PI fun here. And everyone pretty much still holding on, no one actually faltering. This is basic alt aim, but I mean single tappable too, I would say, for some players. Which I'm curious if anyone is going to be doing that. Punky Stereo does not miss on the first normalized circle alt pattern again on this map, as everyone recovering pretty well. Ollie finding a break and not traded, as we are still having 2 FCs to 2 FCs, but the recoveries on France are holding really strong. Morgan also holding on to that recovery. It's a break there after I say that, so very unfortunate. And France is looking like they're going to take this one away, as we are halfway through the map. Hishou is going to have a little bit of lag on this one. Waiting on that. There we go. I thought Fuyuki just found the miss right there, but it doesn't look like it, as Punky Stereo does find another break. Not having the match right now. Finding a little bit of underperformance, but backed up by their team really well. Jiu-Jitsu, they are still holding on to FCs. Betrayed holding on to that recovery combo, as it's 200k. And this is not looking like a really good pick for China, but it doesn't matter right now, because Jiu-Jitsu did find a break right there. They are holding on to the FC, Retreat holding on to a recovery versus 2 FCs. A little under 300k, 400k for both players in terms of score. So this is going to slightly go back as long as Ollie and Morgan do hold on. They do have the combo advantage right now. Retreat has a good recovery. Morgan finds another break, so that's not really good. And Jiu-Jitsu finding a break on the tapping, but not the important combos. They are in retreat, still holding on. 200k is different. Fujiwara and Fuyuki still holding on. Ollie with the recovery. It's just on these players. Is there enough map though? But I don't think there's actually, is there enough map? The slow lead is going to slowly go down. Accuracy is very much high. Fuyuki with 99%. It is sub 100k. It is looking close. And that's a lead? That's a lead from Ollie, but I don't think that's enough. It's not enough. It's 100k difference. Oh, that's France's 4th point on the board. They had the double FC. They had a win condition, but the other 2 players, Morgan and Ollie, just not enough. It is unfortunate. Fayer did have a good, like an amazing return on this map. An FC on this No More 3 coming from a 500k. I mean, so that's a really good score on them. Again, with the worst local, really bad low roll on that one. 100k difference with 2 FCs. Fans really lucky on that one, as they are in match point and they are on their last pick. Now keep in mind, France is just playing, I mean, if they win this, they're almost guaranteed first in their group, as their last match is Spain. China 0-1, they'll have to beat Japan, still have to beat Spain. This is their first match, so it's gonna get easier for them from here, as Hard Rock 3 is going to be the pick. We're going into the speed tapping Hard Rock, the quote-unquote speed tapping, but the more stamina-based tapping over the Nomad 2. So we're probably going to be seeing the same roster as that Nomad 2, it's just with Hard Rock. And the main things we're going to be looking out for are the slider breaks. Or the aim, honestly. Yeah, I think players have been doing really fine with the aim. It's more on the slider breaks, it's more on the control. This is your normalized Nomad 2 just with Hard Rock, so. Or if you want to call it the speed Nomad, then that also works. As our other match has started. As Hard Rock 3 is going to start, as we can see Bronya, Fujiwara, Morgan, and Summer Sky. Why is Jiu-Jitsu not playing? I don't think Jiu-Jitsu would be playing the 200 something BPM Hard Rock tapping map. Okay, tapping map. I think the Hard Rock can be explained that he would be in, but 210 more on the Noma 2 side, I don't think. If he did, then he would probably have a Qualls-like performance, but the tapping roster for France, it should be good enough between Punky Stereo, Infant, Shibens, and Hayoras. I think it might be a little too straining for Jiu-Jitsu, but Punk still got it on the side of China, Fujiwara. As starting off, accuracy advantage for the side of France, as we would normally see, as Morgan does have that 91% accuracy, but everyone else is still holding on to the mid 90s, actually even high 90s from Hyoros and Punky Stereo. The big two names, Punky Stereo not having the match so far, but doing really good pulling up their score, pulling up the weight with their scores as the third or fourth highest on their team, but Fujiwara finding us a little bit of act drops and no breaks on this first half, no slider breaks, no one over tapping. And into the triples, we're gonna go into a slowdown section, as players shouldn't be able to be finding misses here on absolutely nothing, but saying that, it has happened before, as we are halfway. 4 FCs on all players. Morgan does have a little bit of drop ends, and these stacks, no one finding a break on. Everyone's aim control is pretty much fine. Tapping wise, everything is looking very fair. Morgan doing a little bit of act drops, but Hayora's finding the first break. That is one of the high FCs down, high act FCs down, and now it's 4-3, 4-2, as Enfant does find a break. It's Punky Stereo and Shibens, the two main players on this France side, other than Jiu-Jitsu. As Fujiwara did find a break early, I didn't even see that. I think that was probably just some weird delay. But it's 3 FCs, 2 FCs, side onto China, little corner of the map, no one missing on the slider jump. Hayoras is finding a chain miss, jumps coming in, no one finding a break on that. Everyone is very consistent on these. Angel Rania, Summer Sky, Wagner still holding on to the FCs, Enfant finding another break, Punky Stereo and Shiben doesn't have enough help. Hayoras is finding another break on that, Fujiwara is still holding on that, and the ending, Summer Sky and Branya finding a break. Punky Stereo finding a break on the triple, not recovering from the spinner, and that is going to be a break point back to China. And they are going to take this one 4-3, and it's in their pick, and they have a chance to take this to tiebreaker. Unfortunate choke for Summer Sky at the end, and finding misses on the last accelerated pattern, actually. And then Ogden finding a break at the end, I didn't even notice, but it's China's pick, it's their last pick. What do they go for? And I think it has to be hidden one. No, Remont band, DT2, DT3, DT2. You're asking for a coin flip. DT3 is kind of just, do you have that control? And I don't. And I think France does. China, I don't think they have that information on that DT3. They actually do. Stereo and DeIette both double FCing on that. I think the best thing to do is go into that hidden one, if not no mod 1. No mod 4, no mod 5 ban, Hard Rock 1. I mean, China banned no mod 4, so Hard Rock 1 is kind of iffy on that. DT2, you don't really feel good about that in terms of that no mod 2, Hard Rock 3, 50-50. DT3, I mean, France has 2 FCs pretty much and 2 600Ks. You have the scores to beat that. And I mean, you got Fujiwara on your team. Yeah, that hidden one is gonna look good, but you have Retreat, who did have that 900K, Stereo and G2 both with the 700Ks. You have all the info. It's just where do you go? Where do you have on the team sheet to pick here? Because anything is fine here, as Nomon 1 is going to be the pick. New for France, but China ending off on consistency, and this tiebreaker is consistency too, so if they do win that, they can win the tiebreaker. So let's see how this one goes, if they are more consistent than France. We haven't had that much of a one pick. DT1 was off by 6K. This could have been either which way. Actually, so this could have been the ending match if it wasn't for that 6K, but other than that, it's gonna be a good one. And ending off on our custom made by Oda and Mint Leaf. I deserve them to give them the video on it, but maybe on the main stream when I do that. Just keep in mind, we do have another match happening on the main stream right now, twitch.tv/5WC2026. And it is Hong Kong versus South Korea. I mean, the 2 best teams in terms of seeding in that group going against each other. And yeah, that one's looking like a fire match right now if you guys want to go look at that one. Other than that, we are going into No 1-1. I'm expecting Stereo, Juchu, and Retreat. They are going to be the 4th one, as Magen, Fuyuki, Bronya, and Ollie are going to be playing No 1-1 here. We're not seeing Fujiwara on this one. Probably not as comfortable on the aim or the consistency aspect of the map, but this France roster looks really scary on a map, like on a consistency map. They might not have it in comparison to other teams, but they for sure damn will have at least an FC on this, if not a reverse choke. Oh wait, yeah, they do. Oh, they actually did play this against Japan. Hishou FC'd, Punky 600K with Trades 500K. They are 400K, but let's be real here. That was hours ago. That was in the morning for them. France is now awake. They have practiced, and they do have some reps in their arsenal here to play this match. China, first match of 5WC. They want to take this as a win, but any scoreline is really good for them at this point to get that 2nd place if they do lose this one. As long as they take this one, they pretty much do have that guarantee to almost be 2nd. If they do beat Japan, they are finding the first break. That is a main player for this France side. That is that liability. My Angel Branya does trade it out, but early accuracy advantage for the side of China here, as we still see 3 FCs on each side. They are finding another break, and this is gonna be a little questionable now if they should be the one playing this over other players on this French roster, but Ollie finding a break right there, so that's gonna be going to the side of France, as there are 2 FCs, 3, and these are 3 strong FCs compared to 1 really strong FC and a 99%. Actually, Stereo does have that 98%, but let's see how it goes on this 2nd Ki. This is where we are going to find a little bit more misses, as we are halfway through the map. Let's get through it. Fuyuki does drop the SS on that triple, but it shouldn't matter as much, because all it is the combo game right now. Bayer does recover, Bronya recovers, Ollie recovers, but it's just the 3 versus 2 right now. Fuyuki finds the over aim on the on that jump, and this is a 3 FCs versus 1, 100k difference, and Funky Stereo, Jiu or Retreat need to find a break eventually, as it is halfway through the map. Fuyuki is going to be capped out around 600k maximum, as this is going to be a really bad gamble for the side of China on this no 1-1. My Angel Bronya finding another break, and it's just Ollie and Morgan versus the 3 FCs and the recovery from Bayar. Bayar did have a little struggle on the beginning of the map, but second highest act on the team with 2 misses is really insane. As cross screen jumps are coming, Fuyuki finding a break on it. Retreat, okay, Jiu, Morgan still holding on. Morgan the highest act for the Chinese squad, as I was pretty much joking around having them be the lowest act in the whole entire lobby, as no one finding a break on that section, going into a little guitar solo, and this one's looking pretty much over at this rate unless France gets a quad break, and yet still then 400k is asking too much. Ollie finds a break, and it's just 1 FC to 3. They got the reps in, they got the 1 FC. Funky Stereo finds a break, but it just doesn't matter. 600k is enough, and this is gonna be a France's win against China. Gonna go 2-0 in the group. A little bit rough against Japan, a little bit rough against China, but now they have what should be their easiest match of the group, being Spain. Morgan does eventually find the break, but it's just the damage is done. This is going to be a 3 million team score on No Mod 1. I mean, 99% on Jiu, 99% on, 98 on Retreat. It's going to be a 3 million team score in No Mod 1 from France. Very much a big improvement from the French side. More awoken on the later match time than the early morning Japan. And still, they came, they showed up, and they took this one in a convincing 5-3 fashion. And France is getting out of groups. They are confirmed out of their group with a 2-0. They are with a 3 100s, 150 and 5 misses. Unfortunate. Jiu 7 100s. And yeah, France is gonna congratulate themselves getting out of the group, either first seed or second seed. I think if the tiebreaker rules do say, France are just pretty much guaranteed out, because like unless China somehow 5-0 5-0s and France loses to Spain, but I doubt that match matters. Other than that, China's showing up really well onto this match. Did have a plan, committed to the plan, and then it kind of just fell after losing both of their picks of No Mod 3, No Mod 1. But they still have a lot in their arsenal, and Japan and Spain, I mean, are going to be a little afraid of those scores, especially those gimmick scores. Other than that, congratulations to France for winning this one. Hokkaido, Legato, Hayoras, Bayar, Retreat, Punky Stereo, Shibens, and Phantomadi. I don't know how to enunciate that. And Jiu for winning this match. Congratulations for winning this one. Congratulations on making it out of the groups most likely, and going into that winner's bracket. And other than that, we have South Korea versus Hong Kong on the mainstream. So I'm gonna see you there on my channel. Actually, let me see the schedule right now. The schedule is right now, it is Hong Kong versus South Korea. Up next after that, in around 30 minutes, we have Thailand versus Argentina. On my channel in 1 hour from now, we're gonna have Malaysia versus Austria, and then yeah, there we will continue on with our day here. So see you guys on the next match, and see you guys on the mainstream. Gonna be out till like around the 18 UTC matches, so you guys won't see me for a while. But other than that, I'm your streamer, and this is my channel, and see you guys next time.